Heals every 0.5 seconds, so it heals 88 health every tick. Here's one overlooked fact. It ticks 7 times. That's right, unlike Tornado, it has a 7th tick. This means it'll heal a total of 616 health. The card itself has been balanced around this value. With the 7th tick, this is confusing. Deal with it. Similar to Poison and Tornado, the healing does not stack, so mirroring your heal spell will not heal twice as much health. The heal spell will not heal buildings, so all active and passive buildings will not be affected. Cannons, mortar, pumps, spawners, and even crown towers will not be influenced by the heal spell. A clone spell temporarily immobilizes units, thus leaving it vulnerable, and the clones can be countered with a single splash card like Zap or Executioner. Rage Spell is mostly a card you use when you're winning to win even harder. In the past, you would see it used a lot in triple musketeer decks, but once 2 musketeers have already locked onto the tower, they're going to deal a lot of damage to it anyways. The Rage and Clone spells boost your troops' offensive capabilities, whereas the Heal spell will boost the defensive capabilities best used on the opponent's side of the river. It is not a free spell either. Take this situation for example. Had I packed free spell in this situation, I would have had to choose between freezing the minions or the king's tower, whereas the heal spell focused on just my balloon, allowing my balloon to wreck that tower with a bomb. Typically, you get the most value out of it by healing a large group of cards with over 600 health to fully maximize its healing. It's extremely handy for things that survive Fireball like an Ice Wizard or Musketeer. The heal spell prevented my the log from finishing off the Musketeers. That being said, there are situations where it makes sense to use just one minion. It's kind of a surprise factor and makes my opponent severely regret not using that furnace to counter that one minion. Another example is if you zap a Mega Minion, it will die before it reaches the tower, so you don't usually have to worry about the Mega Minion if it's alone. Even if your opponent has free spell, this isn't quite as deadly because you could play Spear Goblins or anything small that can target air to finish it off before it deals too much damage, negating their freeze spell. However, with a heal spell, it brings the minion's health back up, and Spear Goblins ain't gonna save you from this. It's gonna deal more damage to your tower since the Spear Goblins aren't going to one-shot that Mega Minion. Another situation where it makes sense to use it is with a Goblin Barrel, but only if your opponent doesn't have the log in rotation. If they really don't have any other counters, typically a Knight can stop a fair amount of damage, but with that heal spell, it cancels out the tower and the Knight from taking out 2 Goblins. Again, this sounds really scary, but it's not. As long as you have arrows or the log in rotation, this combo will never happen. The heal spell will help your giant, hog, and larger pushes, but of course with a hog combo, that's 7 elixir. The cannon won't hold up, but a fireball or freeze would have been much more effective in this situation. Heal really shines when you're able to heal multiple units, but against the hog, not so much. Especially considering that the heal spell recovers 176 health per second, and 4 skeletons deal 268 damage per second. With an Inferno Tower at 4 seconds, the Inferno reaches its maximum tier 3 damage at 1760. The heal spell only heals 176 health per second. There is no way to saving your tank from that Inferno Tower. In this case, a freeze, lightning, or zap would have been much more effective. Fire Spirits are kind of an exception against minion hordes since each pulse heals 88 health every 0.5 seconds. It's not enough healing to protect the minions from dying to the second Fire Spirit. The heal spell can assist the minion horde pretty well. Poison will kill the minion horde on the 3rd tick, so it's best to cast the heal immediately after the 2nd tick of poison, especially anything that counters minion horde, such as cards that don't one-shot minion horde like Zap, Princess, or Poison. These cards can be counteracted with a heal spell. On the topic of poison, since it one-shots skeletons, you will not be able to save the skeletons with heal spell. The skeletons die immediately. It's nearly pointless to ever heal skeletons, except if you have a Skarmy or Graveyard, and their answer is an Ice Wizard or Spear Goblins, just because these units don't one-shot skeletons, though it's very situational. Tornado delivers 29 damage every 0.5 seconds. This means it takes 3 ticks to kill skeletons. That is a 1.5 second window. If you can react or predict a tornado fast enough for your Skarmy or Graveyard, you can effectively save all of your skeletons. Of course, you literally have 0.5 seconds to react to this, so there's a very high chance of failure if you fail to predict their tornado. Since heal and poison are opposite cards, it's very important to realize how many ticks will kill certain units. Guards die in 5 ticks, archers in 4 ticks, whereas stab goblins, minions, dart goblins, and the princess all die in 3 ticks to poison, while spear goblins die in 2 ticks. Heal lasts 3 seconds, and poison lasts 8 seconds. You'll want to time it so that you activate the heal on the last tick right before they die, rejuvenating their health right up until the last moment of poison. It also serves as a defensive spell to counter graveyard poison. Archers, dart goblins, and minions soft counter the graveyard. Poison kills them, but with a heal spell it can cancel out the poison, keeping them alive. Three Musketeers feel incredibly threatening with heal spell. If you know your opponent's deck and they don't have lightning or rocket, you don't necessarily need to worry about splitting your Musketeers. In this case, Log plus Tornado and my Electro Wizard would have taken care of the three Musketeers, but that heal spell denied me from one-shotting them with my E-Wiz's Spawn Zap. Fireball and the Log combo are not quite as effective at taking out three Musketeers, since the Log has a slower travel distance and the Fireball has a knockback effect. It's kind of hard to time it to one-shot three Musketeers with these two spells. Against a deck that packs heal and three Musketeers, using Fireball plus Zap, or Rocket or Lightning is going to be more important than ever against three Musketeers. Poison Log simply isn't threatening anymore to a three Musketeer user. Zap and Poison will be quite ineffective against Minion Horde if the heal spell becomes meta. Arrows and Fireball are going to make more sense to use against Minion Horde heal combos. Rocket cycle decks don't usually have many answers to Balloon, and since Rocket does not one-shot the Balloon, it can be healed just enough to get it to the tower for one shot, plus its death damage. That's over 1,000 damage right there. An Electro Wizard can counter a Balloon that's sent in alone. Even with a heal spell, it can stop the Balloon. It can stop the Balloon just before it's within range of dropping its bomb. Lava Pups aren't one-shot by the Arena Tower or an Electro Wizard. The heal spell synergizes fairly well with the pups as long as there aren't arrows to counter them. Pair the Lava Hound with a Balloon and the heal spell will be pretty deadly with a 16 elixir push. Heal spell works great with a huge group of units with over 600 health, especially against spells or splash units. The Lava Hound sustained some damage from the tower and Executioner, but the heal rejuvenated his health back to full, allowing him to destroy that Executioner and just shredding that tower apart. Here's another real game situation where my opponent's E-Wiz would have countered this push, but with the assistance of heal spell it brought their health back up. As a bonus, I pulled this E-Wiz out of range of my troops and far enough that couldn't attack my Princess Tower. Let me know in the comments if you all want a Tornado Attack video. As a final example, my opponent split their triple Musketeers, and he didn't heal the two Musketeers on the left. I wasn't worried because a Knight would have easily killed that single Musketeer, then immediately deal with the Knight. But the heal spell changed the entire outcome of this battle, brought the Knight and Musketeer's health back up. 2,000 damage done to my tower, all because of a 3 elixir spell. I think the heal spell is going to be super fun to use. Have fun in the arena,